Boss, we got a new product. What are you doing?
What are you doing? I'm trying to work.
I'm trying to do some videos.
What video? We don't have anything on the dock today.
Well, we got a brand new product.
What do we got?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, baby. This right here?
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me this came in?
I did.
What do we got? We got the Weber Summit. Ooh, I've been waiting for this one. I'm excited for this one. Should we get going on a video?
Let's do it.
You're just gonna make me do a video on the spot, improv. I guess all of my videos are improv anyway, right? All right, let's open it up. You know the drill. Let's get it going. New product, let's go. Okay, real quick, while this is upside down, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but bring it in. Come on. Don't be shy. Sometimes you get a little bashful when I ask for close-ups. While this is upside down, this is the bottom of the grill. A couple features that I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of that are really impressive with this guy. Oh, how do we do it there? See this here? See that? There are like little fins in there. It's almost like an agitator to help loosen up the charcoal ash, which is a great, great clean out system. One of the best features about this grill. And then check out this little baby. We got ourselves an igniter. So this grill will ignite itself. Also a huge feature. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so this is the Kamado fully assembled. What do you think? Have you put it together?
Real easy and real nice.
Good quality, or you put this stuff together? Seem like it's good?
Yep.
Good, solid. All right, let's go over the cart. So you can see we get sort of two bigger wheels, and then these two casters. What do we think of the casters? Are they our favorite, or just kind
of above average?
Above average, okay. I like it. Then you can see we have this basket here. This isn't a basket, but these grids to sort of keep for storage. I wish this was a little heavier duty. Not the end of the world. It can still kind of do its job and hold storage. So that's nice as well. And then we have a pull-out basket. This is handy because we can keep our tools, stuff like that in here, and then kind of keep them out of the way. And then we have our shelf here. Now, I think this is really handy because it's just nice to have a good prep station. A lot of the Kamados have like a little halvesy on each side. I like that we get a little real estate here to where we can fit like a full tray on this or something if we have to. So that's really slick. I have this handle here. Oh yeah. Get my shrugs in. Nah, just kidding. We'll get to this later, but this is our jet fuel. We'll talk about that in a bit. All right, should we get to the cart or to the grill itself, the Kamado itself? That's really what this review's about, right? By the way, you can order this and save yourself a little bit of money, not do the prep station and you lose your gas starter, which we'll talk about, but it saves you a little money, but this is sort of their top of the line series. So real quick, we gotta tell you a quick little story about Weber, and part of the reason they continue to make this metal, have the metal kettle, even though a lot of the competitors, especially in this high-end price point, go ceramic, which are awesome machines. But why does Weber choose to continue to use metal? A couple reasons. One, the quick backstory with Weber is the metal kettle charcoal grill is Weber's very original product. That is how the brand got started. So the way the story goes is it's in Chicago, and they would fabricate metal buoys in Chicago. And so there's this guy who really liked to entertain. And so what he did is he took one of the metal buoys that they were making and sawed it in half and turned and made the very first Weber kettle. It's a cool, short little story, but this Weber kettle is the icon of the brand. It's what their logo is, it's what their original product is, and so to stick true to the brand, they've always continued to make this a metal product, which we'll talk about some of the actual benefits of metal versus ceramic as we go through this video as well. Obviously, one of the biggest benefits with metal is it's of course cheaper to make than ceramic, so especially on the lower end Weber kettles, they're obviously very price effective. They're very price conscious. So that's a really cool feature, is that they can keep the price down. But is there a benefit anymore with metal when you're into these high price points? Well, let's show you this. We talked about, we're kind of joking, we're showing you the hood lid, but you can see this is a double walled hood, so it is very heavy duty. We have very nice solid gasket material here. And so with that double wall insulation, it actually does help retain heat as well. Another benefit to metal, and this is sort of depending on the user, if it's a benefit or not, but sometimes when this temperature can creep on you, if they can get away from you, it's very easy with metal to open everything up, close off your air control, and get the temperature back down in a very quick way. With a ceramic, with that ceramic retaining heat, it's hard to get the temperature back down. I'm gonna beat you guys to the punch, because you guys are gonna be like, oh, with ceramic grill, that should never get away from you. That thing is gonna hold temp within 1/8 of a degree every time. Calm down, Mr. Charcoal Man. Like, we know, like, pump the brakes. We know you're an expert. A lot of people aren't. I'm not. It gets away from me. When it gets away from me, if I get busy doing something, it's nice to have that flexibility. So they both have their benefits. If you're one of those guys that doesn't ever make a mistake when you're cooking, ever, you're awesome, first of all, and you go ahead and you use your ceramic because you're the king of charcoal grilling. I'll just save you a comment. So that's the take on metal. Also, one of the big benefits with metal is with this porcelainized finish, and this is on all Weber products, this enamel finish, it is like super durable. So if we take like a knife here, check that out. This is the back end of a knife. I don't know if let's use the front end. Look at that. Were you a little nervous? You're like, what are you doing with that thing? This is an expensive grill. Is that what you said?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Look at that. It's awesome. So the finish on this, of course, is great. Another benefit, they still are made in Chicago, so it's a U.S. made product. Let's get on the inside as far as performance go. So you can see it does have the spring-assisted hood, and the spring does catch. You can still, it needs to loosen up a little bit still since it's brand new, but it starts to catch about right here, and it will hold itself. So not very heavy, even though it is heavy duty, and I like that. Let's talk about the cooking grates. We'll talk about this insert in a minute, but the metal does seem pretty heavy duty, so you get nice cooking grates, but essentially this is a little insert that you can pop in and out if you want to, and they sell cool accessories. You can do like a wok station, beer can chicken, stuff like that. Fun accessories that are gonna go in here as well, which is pretty cool. These also, do these fold up? Oh yeah, here we go. So these fold up as well, which is nice if you ever needed to top her off or anything. And then it does also come with these cool lifting handles if you need to easily remove this. All right, let's talk about this guy. Okay, so what this thing is really good for is it's gonna deflect or stop direct flame. So we could have our charcoal sitting on the bottom and then this sitting on top, and then our smoke can go up and around like that if we're going low and slow, where we don't want direct flame contact on our food. So that's what this is for. Also here we have two setting options. Again, if we're going high heat and searing, we can build our charcoal up really high like this, where our flame and charcoal is really close to our cooking surface. Or another option is we can take this insert out, and then this would sit down on the lowest setting with our deflector sitting on top if we're going low and slow. So we have lots of two-tiered choices there on how we're gonna cook. So we get full flexibility with our cooking, which is very common with Kamado style cooking. That's what's one of the benefits of Kamado style, is we have the flexibility to go low and slow or high heat with searing. All right, now let's get into these features, because these are two of the features that I really think set the Kamado apart. So first of all, I think that this grill has the best cleanout system. Now, why do I say that? Check this out. See this little thing? This is what they call an agitator. This is especially helpful as after your ash clumps up from time to time. You can do this and it's gonna loosen up all that debris. Okay, so that's gonna kick down all the ash into this little ash bucket that you can easily remove if you want. So it disposes of your ash a lot easier than some of the other products out there. I think that that's an important feature because, again, we look for features that affect the way you cook. The cleaner and easier we can keep that firebox clean, the better that airflow management's gonna be, and the more easily we're gonna be able to regulate our temperatures, and that's what we're after. So that's a huge feature. The other feature is our jet fire ignition system. That's why I named it. I don't know if it's called that. Should we try it? So you just get yourself a regular old little propane tank, little Coleman. Okay, also, you wanna do this with your air control open. So this is our agitator, but it also doubles as our air control. So you can see that way, it completely shuts off oxygen from coming in here. So we want to open this up all the way. Let's try it. Oh yeah, look at that. And then you can leave it open and just let it run. That's not gonna take too long to get your charcoal going, is it? I like that feature. That's just me. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and just beat you to the punch. I already know what you charcoal guys are gonna say. Oh, you don't need something to light your grill. That's half the fun is lighting your grill. Maybe so, but not for everybody. If you don't like that feature, guess what? Don't use it. Don't turn it on. Easy peasy. Then you don't have to worry about it. And you just light it by hand like you always do, because that's what you love. If you don't love that and you want to have an igniter in your grill, this is what you need. So super, super rad, super cool. Those are my two favorite features. Again, ignition system and the ability to clean out our ash very easy. Also, with all of our cooking grates here, whoa, careful. What's really cool about Weber, especially because they've been around so long, is they make a ton of accessories. So with their cool accessories, you can like really trick this thing out. And there's just loads and loads of accessories. So that's what's really cool about the brand Weber too. So this is the Summit Kamado. They have redesigned this product. They've gotten the price lower, which is nice to be more competitive with some of the other guys out there. Speaking of that, guess what that means? If they're competitive with other guys, what does that mean, Elijah? What's the time for? Another top 5 video. So that's coming up immediately following this video is a new top 5 Kamados for 2021. We have one for 2020, new one for 2021's coming, because we've seen a lot of changes in the Kamado market in the last year, surprisingly. A lot more than I've seen in the past. So I think that's a wrap. This pretty much covers this product. Am I missing anything? No, I don't think so either. And I'll just say this. I didn't know what to expect in this unboxing video, but I thought Weber would have a hard time competing against ceramic smokers in the high-end price point. Of course, they're gonna knock it out of the park with the lower-end stuff. But when they get into this high-end marketplace, I'm like, I just don't know if they're gonna keep up. I'm wrong. I think that they'll compete every day with its competitors in its price point. I think there's enough quality here to seriously take a look at the Summit Kamado. I think it's very, very rock solid. It's very high quality. Of course, it's made in the USA. I like the enamel finish, how that's bulletproof. and I like the features. And I do think it's a cut above when it comes to quality. It's not, what I was afraid of is that we were gonna get their very budget model Kamado and have it integrated into a cart system and we're gonna call it a premium grill. That's not what this is. This is a premium product from Weber, which is awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping for, and that's exactly what this is. So I think Weber has really knocked this out of the park. If you're in the Denver, Colorado area, come to our showroom today. You can check these products out. Stay tuned for a top 5, which means you have to subscribe, right?
That's right.
You didn't pick up on what I was doing there, did you?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say subscribe, but then you didn't say it.
No.
So then I had to. And now it sounds weird. You have to subscribe because a new top 5 video is coming out. If you want to see this stacked up against ceramic grills and see how it's going to compete, stay tuned. More fun videos coming. Catch you next time.